Hello everyone, I'm PJ and I'm going to try this video one last time tonight. I wanted to take a minute to introduce myself, tell you a little bit about me, where I come from, where I am today, and where I hope to go. I was born in Tennessee off the great mighty Mississippi River. I was raised in a single family home, or a single parent home. My mother raised me and my brother on her own. She raised us with Christian values, and she always had chickens. She always had a vegetable garden. I moved to Kansas City area in my late teens, and I got into showing Dalmatians. Now, I showed in confirmation and obedience and had a lot of fun doing it. Sometimes I do miss showing dogs. However, back then I had 3 small children, and if you've ever been to a dog show, you know they're not child friendly. So I gave up the hobby and got into showing rabbits. I showed American Fuzzy Lops, Dutch, Mini Rex, and some Netherland dwarfs. Showing rabbits was a lot more child friendly. We saw children there every show. Children had their own youth group to where they were showing rabbits themselves as well as the parents. It was just a lot more family conduit, and I really had a real good time with showing rabbits at that time. However, I did show just for the hobby of it, just for the fun of it, just something to do on the weekends, and me and my children really enjoyed it. I currently live in Kansas City, or Kansas City area. My husband and I have 6 children. They range from, the youngest is 14 and the oldest will be 21 in just a couple of weeks. We have decided, a few years ago actually, we decided we wanted to move towards a more self-sufficient lifestyle. The economy and the society in general is just, well, we choose to live a different lifestyle, we'll put it that way. However, we felt that to do what we wanted to do, we needed to be out in the country, we needed to have land and acreage to do what we want, and to do everything we want. We still need that acreage. However, we have decided this year, early this year, to make do with what we have and learn as much as we can, and just practice what we learn along the way with what we have now. So in 2012 we implemented a garden. It started out as a couple of small beds. We were going to have tomatoes and some onions, and I decided I wanted a few extra things, so I ended up adding another bed, and then we had to have potatoes, and I added another bed, and so then I come up with this idea of this complete reconstruction, tearing everything out and redoing it. And so I started that late summer and had to wait until the fall garden was done, and I finished the garden expansion. As far as beds are concerned, the beds are in place, got them filled, and they're laid to rest for the winter. I still need to build the trellises. However, I have now decided to do, hopefully, my last expansion. So as soon as I finish the trellises, I'm going to start on the new expansion, So for 2013, our square footages should be almost tripled in size from what we had in 2012. I'm really excited about that. I've got so many plans, and I'm hoping I have enough space to do everything. We also bought our first 4 hens. They were about 3.5, 4 months old when we bought them. So we diligently and not so patiently tended to the girls until finally we did get our first egg, and we were so excited. The 4 girls that we have are, I think, doing very well. We average 21 eggs a week, which is really more than what we eat, but we give the extras away. If we have more than what we can use, we just give them away. We also decided to get back into rabbits. This time we're raising for meat, and because we live in city limits and had a limited amount of space, we felt like the smaller meat type rabbit would be a better choice for us, so we chose to go with Florida Whites. And from my show days previously, I knew a breeder that had great show quality, pedigreed, high-end Florida White rabbits. So I contacted him, and we got our stock from him, and we've been breeding all summer. We've had several dispatch sessions now, and we have enjoyed the taste of the rabbit that we have dispatched. However, because of the size of our family, the Florida Whites, in my opinion, for our purposes, really aren't saving us any space. To provide the amount of meat that we need, they're just not big enough, and they just don't have big enough litters. I'm averaging at 14-week processing day about 3 rabbits per litter, and that's just not enough for us. So we have decided to move forward with a larger meat type breed. We are looking at Californians as a possibility. However, we are leaning, or I should say I am leaning towards New Zealand's. I'm sure many of you have seen JRS Kick 1 and his New Zealand Red and Broken Reds. I have fallen in love with his Reds and Broken Reds, and ultimately that's where I want my rabbitry to go. However, at this point in time, I have been looking for the Reds and Broken Reds for several months now, and there's just not any breeders providing what I'm looking for in my area. We do have some breeders. Some of them, many of them, are just getting started, and therefore they don't have any to sell. We have some that don't have pedigreed rabbits or show quality rabbits, and some of them just doesn't have the condition that I'm looking for. And so at this point in time, unless I come across what I'm looking for, I will probably start out with New Zealand Whites for 2 different reasons. First of all, they are more readily available. They're easy to find. We've got many good, reputable breeders around here who do raise their New Zealand Whites for meat and for the show. And the second reason is, as of 2013, I do intend on getting back into the showing. There's a show coming up in March that I have a few junior Florida Whites that I think will do well. So I'm going to enter them in the March show. And then what I want to try to do, it's new to me, pretty exciting, something I'm really looking forward to doing, is doing a meat pin competition. I've never done that before. As much as I want the reds and the broken reds, and will eventually get into, I'm not real sure how well the reds and broken reds will do in the meat pin category. I think it will be difficult, especially the brokens, to get uniformity in color and fur quality. The broken reds, I think, will be difficult to get a uniform red color, because the color ranges from almost orange to a real dark brownish red. I think it'd be difficult to get a uniform color on 3 rabbits from a litter. So I think, as far as the meat pin category, the New Zealand whites or the Californias will be my best option. My main purpose is still for meat production for home. However, I enjoy shows. I enjoy raising rabbits, and it just seems like a logical step for me to move into the meat pin category, since I am raising my rabbits for meat. I do want reds and broken reds for confirmation purposes and to show them, and I will probably keep a few of my Florida whites, just because I really enjoy the breed. They're a really nice breed to have, and I have enjoyed them. However, because of space limitations, and you know how it goes, especially when you're showing, you get more nice rabbits than what you expected, and then you're out of cage space, and then you've got to expand, and I just don't have the room to expand much further. So as my New Zealands get into, I probably at some point will phase out the Florida whites, only because of lack of space, not because of the breed. I really enjoy the breed. Anyway, that's where I hope to go for 2013, an expanded garden, and moving forward and expanding my rabbitry and getting back into the shows. It should be a fun year. I'm looking forward to it. And I also want to take just a moment to thank you guys for watching, for my subscribers who post comments and give me suggestions and ideas, and just the support that you offer. I want you to know that I appreciate that. I have learned so much from you guys and from your videos. I am so new at a lot of this, especially the gardening, that I've really learned a lot of that from you guys, and I've come up with a lot of my ideas from you guys, and I want to thank you for that. I think that's what this is all about, isn't it? Whether you're prepping or homesteading, or just taking little steps to be just a little more self-sufficient, we need to share what we know, and we need to learn together, support each other, teach each other, and just be there for each other and give each other ideas. That's what this is all about, or at least for me. And as much as I have learned from you guys during this journey this year and in the years to come, I hope you learn from me as well, or gather ideas from me. I hope I'll make a difference to somebody, even one person, and that's good enough for me. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for your support, and until next time, stay prepared.